Yeah, that's right, Joyce. We're talking about at least $370 million already approved by Congress, some of which pays for SDOT road projects already in the works.
A lot to talk about this afternoon.
The city of Seattle launches a legal battle. The mayor and city attorney making the announcement with support from city departments and a member of the Greater Seattle Business Association, who's a member of the trans community.
In the LGBTQ plus business community, we've seen firsthand how inclusive policies lead to stronger workplaces, more resilient businesses, and better outcomes for everyone.
The city lawsuit targets 2 executive orders signed by President Trump. One defines gender as biological and restricts protections for gender identity. The second order slashes diversity, equity, and inclusion programs in favor of so-called merit-based systems. City Attorney Ann Davison says she's using the 1964 Civil Rights Act as precedent to protect money meant for housing and public safety.
The part that the president's taking issue with is unrelated to the grants that we're particularly using. A lot of it is SDOT funding for infrastructure.
Davison says at least $370 million is at stake. The federal funds help pay for the J line and a new connection for Sound Transit and efforts to reduce traffic deaths.
Just to name a few projects that are out in the street, our J line is a bigger one that has an FDA project grant.
A union representative says at risk are job opportunities for young people in protected classes who pursue opportunities outside higher education.
We know that the workforce is changing and college is not the way for everybody.
The mayor says the days have grown longer under the Trump administration.
The fight is on, and this is where we show who we are.
The mayor went on to say what the city is seeing this term is unprecedented. Joyce?
And then what happens if the city loses out on the money?
Well, there are some legislative efforts in the works at City Hall, one of which was that new tax proposed earlier this summer, the B&O tax, or Seattle Shield. It's expected to make up like $90 million, but there's a lot left missing with all these federal funds being slashed. Joyce, the city will have a special meeting about the tax Monday.
Okay, so we have to wait and see the impact. Thanks, Alex.